Monday, July 27th, and this will be our last exercise session in the month of July. We head into August next month, and for all of us down here in Southwest Florida, that means the hottest temperatures. No matter where you're watching or where you're utilizing this platform for your exercise sessions, we hope you are having a wonderful summer despite the trying times. Let's get into it today. We've got another great one planned for you. We will spend a lot of time on the ground today, so you might want to find something that provides a little bit more comfort than what you're normally used to. All right, so our first exercise here, we're actually starting on the ground. So what we're going to get into is some ankle plantar flexion and ankle dorsiflexion. So we're working both by pointing the toes forward and pulling those toes back. All right, we've got 2 sets of 15 here today. So we'll point, pull, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we'll do 3 more. Simple, but oftentimes our ankles are left out, and they are the root cause of some of the issues that may occur on an everyday basis. You might start to feel some knee pain, some hip pain, even some lower back pain, and sometimes that cause comes all the way down from the ankles. So always important just to keep them moving, keep them strong, keep them healthy. So we'll do another set of 15 here. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 5 more, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are on the ground for this next one again, and this one comes in 2 different variations. So we're going to go ahead and do the first variation. It's going to be the simpler version, and then the next time around we're actually going to go ahead and do the tougher version. Alright, so the first version, we're going to be on our back. I recommend a pillow if you are on the ground. We're going to press our lower back down into the ground, and then we're going to get into a leg curl. We're going to do so by sliding our heels along the floor and pulling them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. And relax. Of the upper thigh. We're working our hamstring there, right? So hamstring is in charge of flexion of the knee. So that's exactly what we're doing. We slide those heels and we're flexing at the knee. Those hamstrings are contracting. So like I said, we're going to make this set a little bit tougher, and we're going to do so by elevating the hips off of the ground. Now, we may not get as much straightening of the knee, but that movement becomes tougher because our glutes are activated, our hamstrings are activated in the hip extension, and then they're going to be contracting with each flexion at the knee. All right, on our back. Hips come up, sliding out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 more. And relax. Alright, so we'll get into my absolute favorite here, the most effective movement there is. We're going to get into the squat. So today, arms are going to be out in front of us. But before we get into our arm setup, let's go ahead and reiterate our lower body. So feet at shoulder width. It can be a little bit wider or in a little bit. It's going to be based on personal preference. Toes, 11 and 1 o'clock. They shouldn't be turned out wide. 11 and 1 if you think about a clock. And then our first initial movement is to take those hips back and then drive our butt down while also driving the knees out. So we've got 2 sets of 15 reps here today. Two more. 15. So you probably noticed that when I was squatting, my knees stayed out the whole time. All right, my knees are driving outwards. If you noticed as you were squatting, those knees start to cave in. I guess that, again, that points towards weakness in those hips. So it's going to be something you want to strengthen over time. We'll get into a second set. Arms out in front, hips back, butt down. There's 8. 5 to go. 2 more. And relax. Okay, so we talked about our knees starting to cave in our squats. Again, that's going to point towards weakness on this outside part of the hip and into the glute. All right, so we're actually going to work on that here. We're going to work on both the strength of those hips going out and even the hips coming in. All right, so hips coming in is going to focus on a muscle called the adductor, going to be important in the core musculature. And then as we slide our foot out, we're working on, again, those glutes to help with the knees driving out. So we're going to do our lateral slides, hands on the hips. We're going to slide out as far as we can with one foot and then pull it back into the center. There's 6, halfway. Two more. We'll go directly into the opposite side. Halfway. 2 to go. And relax. The next one that we're going to get into is going to be a high row from a seated position. So I've got my band set up in the doorway over there. But one thing I want you to focus on here is driving not only our hands high, but also our elbows high. All right, oftentimes we see the dropping of the elbows and the hands drop back. What we want is both hands and elbows up nice and high. All right, we've got 2 sets of 10, so let's go ahead and head over to the band and we'll get right into it. So high seated position, so legs out in front, arms are high. We're gonna drive our hands back while keeping our elbows high as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and relax. Set of 10 repetitions. Nice and tall position, arms high, hands and elbows drive back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Okay, we're gonna get into some spine twists. All right, we're gonna take our arms out and we're gonna keep our legs planted and we're gonna try and rotate our torso and our upper body as far as we can each way. We're gonna go from one side to the other. Three, 4, 4, 5 to go. And relax. Alright, we're getting into another rotational exercise here, this time focusing on the cervical part of the spine, so our neck. We're also going to work on our balance at the same time. So our eyes are going to be closed for this movement. So one of the things that you're going to have to focus on is where your feet placement is. All right, so the wider our feet are, the easier our balance becomes. The closer those feet are, say for example touching, the more challenging it is on our balance system. So if you want to work your balance at the same time as working your cervical rotation, go ahead and bring those feet together. I'm going to go ahead and work on both. So again, feet together if we can, eyes are closed, shoulders are relaxed. We'll rotate 12 times. Going all the way from right to the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 2 to go. 11, 12. Eyes open and relax. For our next one, we're actually going to work on the front side of the body here. So we're going to focus on the pectorals, these muscles on the big side, front side of the chest. So we don't typically work the front side of our body in relation to our upper half. More often than not, we see individuals who are tight into here, and that kind of produces the rounded shoulders. Now, we can do so because we've focused on a lot of pulling, not only today, but throughout the month. So we're actually going to get into a banded chest press. We're going to be on the ground with the band across our back, and we'll use the handles to press up nice and high. We've got 12 repetitions here. 1. 2 more. And relax. Go ahead and get into a second set here. Same thing, elbows tucked. They don't necessarily need to be touching our sides, but they shouldn't be flaring out to the side. Kind of a halfway in between. From here, we're pressing straight up towards the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway. 2 to go. And relax. Next one, we're simply going to work on the upper arm here. So we've got 10 repetitions with a 5-second hold on each rep. So what we're doing is we're going to act like we've got dumbbells in our hands. We can even give ourselves a small squeeze of the fist. We're going to drive those arms up and then think about squeezing the upper arm. All right, so we'll go ahead and squeeze the upper arm for 10 repetitions here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By no means does this have to be the strongest squeeze that you've ever had in the world. Remember, we've got 10 reps here. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 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 4 to go. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Great job today, guys. If you didn't get a chance to notice with a close look of the socks today, we had simple strawberries on the socks today. Kind of goes along the lines of a summertime theme. So we hope you guys enjoyed our session today, and we'll see you back here next week.